Yes, people, welcome back to another episode with the one and only, the true Yaya. And we're talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer today, being linked to Bayern Munich, tactics, Tuchel out, and vibe Solskjaer in. But I'm just bringing you a little content today to give you the reason why I think it's not a bad appointment. And people be like, oh, Lord, boy, Imran. Oh, Lord, boy, Yaya. Here we go again, dog. Fellas, my people. Listen, I'm going to show y'all a bit of proof today because every time I speak to y'all, it's always sporadic tactics and little digs. But today, I've just made up my mind. You know what, y'all? We're going to come with a little more statistics for them today so they realize how serious you are about this topic. So, before we jump into it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the page. Keep hitting the bell for notifications and keep commenting and sending me direct messages so I can keep bringing you great content going forward. So let's just jump into this, right? So people will say, oh yeah, so why Ole deserve this job? Well, first of all, let me just say this, that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was the manager of Manchester United in a very, 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 very difficult time when Liverpool and Man City was on top of their football game between that time with their rivalry, right? So he is a manager competing against two of the best managers in world football at that time. Now, let's not forget when he first came in, he had players like Andres Pereira. He had players like Fred and McTominay as his pivot. He had a young Marcus Rashford, a young Anthony Martial, a young Mason Greenwood, right? It was Eric Bailly, always injured. Let's not forget. Remember, people. Remember, right? And then when he did that, he came third in the league. You remember when he helped United, when he went on that mad run, right? So he was the manager of Manchester United for 149 matches, ranking 1.79 points per match, right? PPM. Then he has the caretaker manager. He had 19 matches and he was averaging 2.32. So basically, the man win nearly every game. Basically, that's what I mean. He didn't lose no game. With them kind of statistics, it tells you this manager in 19 matches really lost the game because he's averaging just near 3 points a game. 2.32 means that every game he win, every 2 game he win, he probably draw 1. So he dropped the 2 points there. Else he would have had a 3.00 matches, points per matches as caretaker. So Manchester United had no choice but to give him the job. Now people might say, oh, they gave him the job because that's what he did. Isn't that's what every manager is supposed to do in order to get a job? They're supposed to win football matches to earn the right to get a job. And if they don't win football matches, then they get sacked. I thought it was that simple, right? So, but the rhetoric only go for certain managers and certain people when the media just believe because you don't have a certain accent or you don't look a certain how and you don't come in with the Spanish and the Latin and the Italian vibe, you don't deserve that respect, right? So, here we go again with that. So here he got it. He had as a whole for the statistics at Manchester United, he was averaging 1.41 points per game, which means he was averaging, say, a draw game, over a draw game. He had a win percentage of 41, right? They were scoring 1.65 goals and they were conceded 1.71 goals, right? After 1 year in charge at Manchester United, They won 26, they drew 15, and they lost 16. So he was undefeated in 41 matches, losing 16. So he had a win percentage of 45.6%. But in that year, listen to the statistics now. Manchester United scored 90 goals and conceded 56. So they were averaging 1.5 goals per game. And they were conceding less than a goal a game under Ole. With the same players that we see now, that lots of y'all sit down and say they're not good enough to play for Manchester United. This is the same manager in his first season. Let me pull it up. Look here. As full manager came third in the league. Hold on. Here again. He faced, here next big statistic. Because plenty of like to run about and say all vibes, just static. No static, but just all vibes, right? But here we go again. The Norwegians faced Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Tottenham 12 times. So the big teams. In all competitions. As the permanent manager. How much time you lose? 3 times. City once. Liverpool, I think City once. Liverpool twice. Or City twice, Liverpool once. He drawn 2. I remember that one draw with Chelsea. And I can't remember the other draw. And he wins 7. The man win more games. So even if he was 50-50, it would be 6-6, right? The man wins 7. The man draw 2 and lose 3. So he undefeated in that in 9 games out of 12 against the big teams. Let's continue. Hold on. For those that don't like to talk, and I also want y'all to have a look at the commonality of this graphic, right? When Ole was the coach of Manchester United, a certain club never finished in front of him. And also that same club have that manager. If you look at the 8th position right now, you see who I'm talking about. Call no name, get no blame, but see with your own eyes. So sorry, Stevie Wonder, if you're watching this. But yeah, for real. I'm telling you right now, look at the commonality. Look at the rhetoric. If I bring up old screenshots right now of what they were saying about Solskaer then and what they were saying about Arteta then, you would wonder if Arteta won the fucking Champions League and Solskjaer didn't even finish in the top 4. But let's continue. Let me continue again. 42 different players were used by Solskjaer in the competition at Manchester United. These are my facts I'm dropping on y'all right now. 17 different academy players featured over the first team over the last 12 months. So in his first year, the man done in 2 years, Solskjaer burst 17 academy players feature. 17. Hold on, let me continue. Fred played 45 times for Solskjaer. Fred, Andres, where are those players right now? Andres Pereira, Fulham. Fred, Fibonacci. Right? The same players that you all were saying, no vibes, statics. Look where they are. Lindelof still there under the same players you are saying not good enough. The Maguires, all of them, they were playing on the Solskjaer. Let's not forget too, when Solskjaer bought Maguire, Manchester United had the 4th best defense in European football. 4th. They came 3rd in the league. They got to quarterfinals. They got to semifinals. No. Hey, it's not me, no. The numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. And if y'all want to go check for yourself, go to Footy Stats. There's so many different stats pages online right now for you to find statistics. Go read for yourself. Don't listen to the media and those captions y'all see going around. Right? Here we go again. On the Solskjaer, Marcus Rashford was his top goal scorer, hitting 20 goal mark for the first time in his career. He hit that twice consistently, people. Twice consistently. Okay? Look at the other year. Solskjaer came second in the Premier League. Look at the man at 8 again. Look at the team at 8 again. They stuck with their manager. Look at what happened. All right. Now, I might give Arsenal a lot of shit, right? But I must say, they are the perfect example. As I said this on another video before. They are a perfect example of what it means to stick with your manager and create an environment where your team have an opportunity to be successful. Now, if Arteta fails within this season, he should go because he's failed in 2 seasons to win any trophies. Yeah, but at least Arsenal has set him up in a way for him to be successful, and they've stayed with him. Look here, there are 8. Solskjaer was 3rd, and I'm showing you he's 2nd here. In this season, not only that, in that season, Manchester United front 3 had the most goals as a front 3 in Europe. Right? They scored 60, a combined of 62 goals in that 2019-2020 season. And Firmino and them scored that year, the year before. Firmino, Salah, and Mane was rated the best front 3 in Europe, right? So the next year, they were still the best front 3 in Europe because they were hitting good ground, as you can see Liverpool here. And you know what they were scoring? 57 as a front 3. Mind well, people could say again, oh, but Rashford, Martial, Greenwood, nowhere closer as good as Salah, Mane, Firmino. Fine. Which makes my argument even more concrete. They're not as good as that front 3 individually, and as a front 3, they are younger, playing under a less experienced manager. Hey, look, what's their name? Fox FCI, and they outscore them under that same manager. No tactics, just vibes. Let's look at the age range of those players as well. So in that season, Rashford was 22, Martial was 24, Greenwood was 18. For those that don't know mathematics, I'm going to do a basic arithmetic for you right now. We're finding ratio, average. What is the average of these players, right? Okay, how we do that? We sum it up and we divide it by the elements. Rashford 22, Martial 24, Greenwood 18, right? That is 64 divided by 3 gives us 21.33333. So redundancy. So we round it up and we say 22 because we're dealing with age. I could do it 21, but I'm doing 22 to even give you guys, the ones who like to make all these drama thing, want to try to mess with people's tactics and their knowledge about this football game. I even giving y'all a little thing to put on your side so you can have it. So you can say, oh my God. Because you know, plenty of y'all will be like, oh, that's not 21. That's 22. So here you go, 22. I'll give it to you already. 22. Here we go. Another one from the mathematician. Hey, if it's one thing, RIP, Mr. Jones, but you would be so proud of me right now teaching them mathematics. 28. 27. 27. Those are the ages of Mane, Salah, Firmino. Firmino being the eldest of the group. That is a sum of 82 divided by 3, which is 27.3 people. Okay? That is what it is. 27.3. which is, for me now, I'm going to laugh. So I can take the 28. So look at the average age and the amount of goals. There is a 6-age gap between that. You know how many years of experience that is? Think about that. Per game, these guys are playing 50 to 60 games per season. Times that by 3. Here we go again, another mathematics equation. Times that 5 or 6, 50 games by 6. That's 300 games. And that's me just averaging to 50 games. Sometimes they play 60, sometimes they're at 70. So that's an additional. But I'm just saying, let's just say 50 games. So that's 300 games of repetition and knowledge that they have over these youngsters here. Yet we sit down and we listen to the media abuse these youngsters, comparing them to these players who have ample years of experience on them. And then you as United fans sit there and allow the media to not only bash your club, bash your current manager and your former manager who is doing well at the club. Here we go again. Since Solskjaer had took over in 2018, this was an article coming out in 2021. Only Liverpool and Man City won more points in the Premier League than the Old Trafford side. So this man was underperforming to two of the best managers, even now the media claim are the best in the world. You see all the rhetoric that goes around and what the media does to the minds of people when they don't go and do their own research, when it's easy to do their own research, right? So, again, Liverpool and Man City, even now the media says they are the level everyone needs to get to. Arsenal's just getting there, right? Yet this manager who wasn't good at all, they say, right? He was the only manager in the league performing at their level because he was the only one who had as many points as them. Here we go again. When Solskjaer was in the market, people say, yeah, boy, Manchester United spent all this money and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer spent $187 million. Let's call the people. And here what? Out of that 187, 80 million out of that was Harry Maguire. And he spent that money on 4 players, which means he was averaging per player. He was buying a player for $46 million. So on the right now, the average player goes for 50 million. And on average, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, per player, if we do the average again, was spending $46 million. So again, he was hitting under a mark, which makes him a really good manager. Because when you look at Man City, they go by average players for 50 million, like Calvin Phillips, to put on the bench. Let's remember that. You remember John Stone was on the bench for years. 50 million. Okay. Here we go again. And this is my last stat to why I believe Ole Gunnar Solskjaer can go wherever you want and manage whoever you want, because he deserves to manage whoever you want, right? Here we go again. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Manchester United was on the longest unbeaten run, away team run in Europe. I'm saying this one more time to the haters, and I'm saying this again, and then I'm locking it off because I literally just went on a rant about Ole. Yeah, I'm going again one more time. Okay? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Manchester United had a 29-game unbeaten away run in Europe. It's the longest flight for an English club as an away team. Okay? 29 games away, unbeaten. You know what that means? He went a whole season not losing away from home. A whole season and a half not losing away from home. People, I just want y'all to put some respect on this man's name. And let me just give y'all one lineup for one game that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had in a season that he became second, right? Igalo, left wing, Rashford, right wing, Greenwood. He also had behind Igalo, Bruno Fernandes, Fred McTominay, Lindelof, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, Shaw, David De Gea. Take out Igalo, put Anthony Martial. That was his starting team. When he came, he had players like Andres Pereira there. Look where they are now. Okay? So please, when y'all see managers and y'all see them doing well, put some respect on their name. Because when you look at the situation now with Eric Ten Hag, right? And look at where Eric Ten Hag finished. I don't see the point system any different from what Solskjaer was doing. Yes, he got to a final and won it. Solskjaer got to so many with a team with less quality than Ten Hag. Would you not take the Manchester United team now than the one that Solskjaer had? Of course you would. 100 times. 100 times. Let's be honest. There's so much quality in that team now than what Solskjaer had. So please, people, let's put some respect on this man's name, please. He deserves every opportunity he gets. When we look at other managers and we praise them for doing similar or less, we need to give this man the respect he deserves because he deserves respect. But yes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the page. Keep hitting the bell for notifications. And always remember, my people, there's only one thing we can do in life. That is to stay the skin color we were born and stay sexy.